Alright, what you see here is a new fan I got from my local Pep Boys. This is a leading edge industrial ceiling fan, or it's actually a commercial fan, but to me it's the same thing for the most part. But yeah, this is the one that had the long down rod on it, and it was actually the only one that was installed in the store with the long down rod. I just took that off and put the shorter one, but there was a down rod that it came with. The canopies were reversed, but they had the smaller one on top and the larger one on the bottom. And above it was a NuTone ProLine 3 canopy. So that's why it looked a bit funny. But yeah, this fan was removed because they are renovating the store. And unfortunately, they're downsizing the Pep Boys portion. So the ones that are the two that I showed that were still installed, the other leading edge and the Airmaster Mark 1. And there's supposedly 3 other leading edges in the back that I'm pretty sure were not removed as well. So this is where that one was. Leading edge, Airmaster. And then in the back there should be another leading edge, another leading edge, another leading edge. And such. So like 1, 2, 3 from the ones that I can't see. But there was like that wall that they put up, so I'm pretty sure that's blocking them. Airmaster, leading edge, and where my finger is now is where this one used to be installed. Over here was another leading edge, Airmaster, leading edge that was not running. ProLine 3, ProLine 3, I'm pretty sure it wasn't, or ProLine 3, leading edge, and Airmaster. So basically there were 6 more of them that were removed. I mean, yeah, no, there was 2 more ProLine 3s, not, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, 6 more of them that were already removed. Unfortunately, those were tossed. From what the supervisor that's doing the renovation told me, that they removed them back in May, and I had no idea they were even renovating because the store, I can't really see too well from the outside when I drive by it. I only could tell that they were doing some sort of renovations. Was when they painted the outside and they removed the signs, so I figured that, oh, they're definitely renovating. I walk in and I see that the fans are all gone, except for the ones that I just mentioned that were still installed. And this one was going to get tossed as well, but I showed up Monday morning to pick this up, right as they were opening, and the guy that was supervising told me I can have it for free since they were going to just toss it. And he does have my contact info in case the other ones get removed that are still installed. So the ones that are still installed, they're either going to get left there and just have a drop ceiling go over them, and they're just going to remain there unused, or I'll be able to get them. It's one or the other, but they're not going to get tossed, at least. But I do have one of them, and I'm glad, because this one actually was the most sentimental one to me, because when I was a kid, I went there once to get, when my mom was getting the tires on her car changed. It was the Nissan Altima we had before the Corolla that I wrecked. And I remember sitting below this exact fan, playing on my Game Boy. I was playing Super Mario World, I think it was. Yeah, Super Mario World. And I remember sitting below this exact fan. So the fact that I have it after all these years is pretty convenient. And I'm not calling this one a Dayton because it's actually not labeled for Dayton. So that's why I'm not referring to the other ones as Daytons as well. I do have the screws for it. I just took them off just because I wanted to clean them off, as the blades on this fan were super dusty. And here's the serial number. Based on the serial number, that means that this fan is from 2005, which actually happens to be the year that I went there and sat directly below this fan. Yeah, let me look this. Leading edge commercial ceiling fan, model 4820-1. So, yeah. Technically, this is a Hi-Tech 2, which is the same model name that they'd use for the ring fans. The fan got a little bit scuffed, but I did use some touch-up paint, which is why it kind of looks a bit funny in some spots. But, yeah, and like most leading edges, this one does have bearing noise. But it does run. In fact, I'll put it back upwards like this. But, I remember seeing these at Toys R Us as well. And those ones that I wasn't too surprised that they got rid of. But, yeah, it was making a squeaking sound, but now it doesn't. But they did use these fans quite a bit at the Pep Boys. And I'm honestly surprised that more of them weren't burnt out. But yeah, the fan does run, but the bearings obviously are not in the best shape. But I mean, that's not too surprising for this fan since they don't have vents on the top end. Since these are stamped steel, and when these are run constantly without giving a break, they tend to seize up a little bit over time. The bearings tend to dry up. This one's definitely still usable. I know the ones that are still there are pretty much usable still, that are still installed, except for one. As last time I was there, I remember it wasn't running, but I'm not sure if that one was just off or not. And this is one of the ones that's in the back area. But, yeah, I'm really glad I got this. And I am glad that the canopies are a bit yellowed, to be honest, because I do remember seeing these mostly with yellowed canopies, especially at Toys R Us and such. But, yeah, this is definitely a fan I really am glad to have gotten. The blades I cleaned up pretty well. These were covered in filth when I got it. I was going to do a video of it with the filth and then do the new fan video after I cleaned it up and after I found it dusty, but it was just so dusty, and by the time I got it out of the car, half of it came off because I went to work right after I picked this up. I stopped here pretty early to get this fan. But yeah, I will be posting an update about the other ones, and I'll keep doing little updates here and there on what they plan to do with the other ones, what I can get them, or if they're just going to leave them installed. But the person that's overseeing the project, he's going to try to see what he can do to get the fans for me, so that way they don't just remain there installed and abandoned above the drop ceiling. But yeah, I got one of them, so I'm not. If I can't get the rest of them, can't really complain. I mean, I was able to get one at least, and it was the one that was most sentimental to me. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.